A domestic violence call leads to a deadly shooting in Spokane. Tonight, what police are saying about the incident.
Forecast is still looking good for the upcoming holiday weekend with sunshine and temperatures warm in the 70s, but still tracking the chance for some unsettled weather for late on Memorial Day.
I want to be prepared.
It's never too early to prepare for wildfires. Tonight, meet a group helping animal owners know exactly what to do. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the Night Report on KREM 2 News. I'm Sydney Schofield. A domestic violence call today led to a deadly shooting in Spokane's Logan neighborhood. The suspect shot and killed by police. According to police, they received a call this morning around 4:30 from family members that a man and his wife had not been getting along and he was making suicidal statements. The family claimed the man had access to a firearm and was at the home with his wife and 2 children. When officers got there, they were able to speak with the wife through a second-story window. She told police that she was unable to get herself and the children out of the home. Police say moments later, the woman began screaming and crying. Officers then heard what sounded like a scuffle between the two. Officers entered the home and say they saw a physical struggle between the two and the man was holding a gun. SPD says they intervened and one officer fired his weapon.
At least one officer used his firearm to protect the community, himself, and the involved parties. All our information at this point is preliminary.
Now, SPD says the man died on scene. No one else was reported injured. A teenage boy shot a man following a domestic dispute in Kootenai County. It happened at a home close to Highway 41 near Spirit Lake. Around 10:30 last night, a teen with a gun confronted the man who was reportedly standing over a woman in a, quote, threatening manner. Reports say the man aggressively advanced toward the teen before the teen shot him. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says the teen and woman were able to safely leave the home. The man is in the hospital with a gunshot wound to the chest, listed in stable condition. The investigation is ongoing and the man is expected to be charged after he's released from the hospital. A judge sentenced a Boundary County woman to a life sentence for sexually abusing 2 kids. This is according to our news partners at the Bonner County Daily Bee. 52-year-old Catherine Cowell will now serve 20 years before becoming eligible for parole. Her husband, Richard Cowell, pleaded guilty to criminal conspiracy and lewd conduct with a minor. He's now serving at least 17 years. Police arrested the couple in February of last year at their Naples home, which doubled as an unlicensed child daycare. Court documents indicate the abuse happened between 2012 and 2015, several years before the daycare opened its doors. Tonight, the Spokane Police Department is asking for your help finding a 19-year-old man. We want to show you him. Take a look here. This is Javier Seaman Buckenberger. Officers say they have probable cause to charge him with multiple felony crimes, including attempted kidnapping, attempted rape, assault, burglary, just to name a few. If anyone sees Seaman Buckenberger or knows where he is, please reach out to Crime Check. That number is 509-456-2233. Police say do not approach him. A strange case out of Idaho to tell you about tonight. A jury convicted a man of using the identity of a child who had died for 25 years to get nearly $300,000 in government benefits like Social Security and Medicaid. They still don't know who that man really is. A Pocatello jury found the man guilty of identity theft and theft of government funds, among other charges. The deceased child's mother testified that her son was killed in a drive-by shooting at the age of 14, and she did not know the defendant. Avista announced they will temporarily adjust power line operations in Washington and Idaho. They're calling this fire safety mode. The mode changes how its systems react to faults, like a tree branch hitting a power line. The standard procedure would have the power line automatically try to re-energize, but with this new mode, it now requires a physical inspection first. This also means it will take longer to get power restored. Avista says the reason for the change is dry conditions and wildfire danger. Tonight, an organization designed to help folks with animals during emergencies is getting them ready for wildfire season as the weather starts to warm up. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy tells us what they want people to keep in mind in the coming months.
A wildfire spreading at or near where you live can make anyone's heart stop in fear.
Hey, babies.
Whether they be yours or any living creature like Beth's miniature horses.
Ghosty, sit. Sit. Nope. No.
Or her dogs, chickens, and hungry goats.
I mean, hurting my goats, it's worse.
She keeps on her 13-acre property on Kootenai Road in Spokane.
In an emergency situation, Everyone is more hyped and we're all a little bit more anxious, and so the animals pick up on that too.
That's why Beth's using another kind of heart to make evacuating a fire easier. HEART, or Humane Evacuation Animal Rescue Team, is a nonprofit aimed at providing assistance for animals and their owners in times of disasters. That includes rescuing animals and setting up and operating emergency animal shelters depending on the situation. Thursday's event laid out information on how to prepare animals for evacuations with an emphasis on livestock.
For people, they're asking us to help them get their animals out, and oh, by the way, my horse doesn't get in a trailer. Okay, now wasn't the time to start teaching that horse how to get in the trailer.
Shannon Morse is the president of HEART. She adds an element to being prepared is for animal owners to practice loading them into vehicles ahead of time and pre-planning whenever it's an option.
That's why they have fire drills in schools, so that the kids don't go crazy.
And according to the Department of Natural Resources, wildfires aren't going to be slowing down.
We are likely to see high fire risk this year.
That's Commissioner of Public Lands Dave Upthegrove back in March. It's another reason why HEART's hoping folks know what to do in case a fire makes them leave home.
I want to be prepared
Hoping to keep their hearts beating for as long as possible.
and know what to do when there's an emergency.
Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
I know wildfire season is top of mind for so many of us, and really it's never too early to pay attention to that. Michelle Boss joining us now in the Outdoor Weather Center, and it's going to be dry and breezy the next few days.
Yeah, dry, warm, and breezy. And of course, a lot of people are going to be spending time outdoors, and we've only had about a fifth of our average annual May precipitation. So just overall, the environment is very dry, and it continues to be so. We have a few clouds moving through right now, but those will be out of the way by tomorrow, and we're looking at a return of mostly sunny skies. We did have a little bit of wind yesterday that has calmed down today. Light winds are expected tomorrow as well, but the winds are going to be picking back up just in time for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday. We can see gusts 25 to 30 miles per hour, so it will be breezy and dry. Temperature-wise, still pretty mild out here. 62 in Spokane, upper 50s North Idaho, and temperature still in the middle and upper 60s across central Washington. We will see a gradual warming trend with the warmest temperatures on Saturday. Short-term forecast actually starting off pretty mild tomorrow in the lower 50s. We are going to be on our way into the mid 70s tomorrow, upper 70s on Saturday, the warmest day. Sunday, partly cloudy, 76 degrees. And just checking the latest computer models, they are now continuing to show that we'll probably get through Memorial Day on a warm and dry note. We'll have more on that extended forecast coming up.
Kyle Busch, a two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, died today after being hospitalized with what his family called a severe illness. He was 41 years old. Busch, originally from Las Vegas, holds the record for most wins in the top three NASCAR divisions and won Cup Series championships in 2015 and 2019. NASCAR and Richard Childress Racing released a joint statement on Busch's passing. It reads in part, quote, "Our entire NASCAR family is heartbroken by the loss of Kyle Busch. A future Hall of Famer, Kyle was a rare talent, one who comes along once in a generation. He was fierce, he was passionate, he was immensely skilled, and he cared deeply about the sport and fans." An Arlington police officer is on administrative leave, accused of possessing child pornography. He's the third Washington law enforcement officer within the past week to be arrested on similar charges. There are three separate investigations involving separate agencies. Two are police officers, one is a corrections officer. All three are accused of crimes involving children. Jim Nelson from our Seattle station talked to Arlington's police chief, who admits that's a huge hit to their public trust.
Three men entrusted to uphold the law in Western Washington are now in trouble themselves.
It really breaks my heart. If these allegations are to be sustained, it is really a black eye for all the men and women that are here doing a good job.
Arlington Police Chief Jonathan Ventura reacting to one of his officers being arrested. Dustin Bartlett was taken in on Monday after investigators say his girlfriend found child sex abuse material on his computer. She told Island County investigators she found 2 hard drives hidden behind his bulletproof vest in their shared closet at their home on Camano Island. Detectives said they found more than 5,000 files dating back to 2011.
This is an officer that had been in charge of training officers, new officers within our department. He's been decorated in the past, very well respected within the department. So it was a shock to everyone.
In Mason County, a corrections officer at the prison in Shelton was also taken into custody this week. He's accused of possessing and distributing child sex abuse material. An Auburn police officer was arrested last week for allegedly sending sexual messages to a minor. That case is playing out in Pierce County courts. The only connection, based on allegations, broken trust.
Something like this, quite frankly, is a huge setback for all of the officers here at the department that come to work every day.
That was Jim Nelson reporting. None of the 3 men have been formally charged. All of them either are or will be placed on some sort of leave as the legal process plays out. Still ahead tonight, mice in the Palouse are testing at high rates for hantavirus. What you need to know. Then a new weight loss drug producing stunning results. Patients in one trial lost an average of 80 pounds. Health news is ahead as well.